Give me a minute and let's talk about the conversation I was having with my new buddy, Jose Moreira. I hope I didn't butcher that too badly, pal. We're talking about the situation in Ukraine and that last night we had the largest drone attack in some time and it caused a lot of damage. PT-82 has a video up of the technology center at the university in Kharkiv collapsing from the drone that hit it last night. 14 of the drones got through. And clearly the university is not a military target. That building was built in 1915. And Jose here is talking about the lack of fairness in this conflict. He wants to know why the Ukrainians can't do what the Russians are doing. Flood drones at the cities into Russia. Hit the energy infrastructure there. Freeze grandmothers in their beds. Do to them what they're doing to you. Right? And he says here, it's not fair. Nothing is done to Russia for thousands of war crimes committed against Ukrainians. And he's not wrong. There's a lot of the guilty men wandering around Ukraine right now committing more war crimes. It's easy to want revenge. It's easy to give in to that part of us that when we're attacked just wants to rip the other person's face off. It's easy to be the animals that we are. The Russians are demonstrating quite clearly just how easy it is to be those animals. But we got to be better than that. We got nuclear weapons these days. We can wreck this planet for ourselves. We can take ourselves out of the equation. The rules matter. If what we're fighting for here is civilization, which is a real thing, where the rules matter, where the rule of law applied equally to all is a real thing, and that it matters, where culture, language, history, and something like the truth is important, then the last thing we can do is be like them. It's the last thing. The last thing that we can do is let ourselves binge on hours of this awful torture footage of what Russians are doing. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. It'll leave a mark on your soul. Instead, do what you can for the Ukrainians. Whatever that is. You got $5 you can send to United 24, send it. You got a truck and you can run supplies to Kramatorsk. Tony, shout out to you. Run those supplies. You have a voice that can speak for people. This is not the time to be quiet. This is the time to shout it from the rooftops. We need ATACMS. We need F-16s. We need to know that the world stands for the rules-based order that has preserved the post-World War II prosperity for 80 years. That we stand against these gangsters, these genocidal lunatics who are living in a 19th century mentality where the czar of all czars, the czar of all Russia, can send wave after wave of men to die because quantity has a quality all its own, and human life is merely a commodity that can be exchanged for land and money. It's not. These things matter. These differences matter. That's why we respect the Ukrainians. Because in the fight for their lives, they don't stoop to this level. In the fight for their existence, They don't bomb electrical generation plants in Belgorod and try to freeze grandmothers in their beds at night. They don't do it. They don't do it. And that deserves our respect. It deserves our support. So, brother, I get it, man. I get it. But I encourage you to think about it a different way. Thanks. Good talking to you today.